Good evening, thanks for joining us. It's the fourth Saturday in August, which can only mean one thing for people in the St. Walburg area, the Wild Blueberry Festival. The village of St. Walburg swelled from its usual 700 people to somewhere between 6,000 and 10,000 on Saturday, as people from the surrounding area filled its streets.
We come every year, and my husband grew up here.
I think it supports the business and great music and good time for everybody.
They're basking in the sun during the 23rd annual Wild Blueberry Festival, an event that naturally features wild blueberries in all their incarnations, including jellies, syrups, and of course, pies, something that sold out within near minutes.
Awesome, really good. Brisk, we've been busy since 9 o'clock this morning. We had a lineup.
For Boser, who baked over 400 pies, it's a labor of love.
I've been here about 20 years now, making pies, and it's awesome. Love it. I do this again next weekend.
Although it's now a staple on many calendars, the festival originally had modest goals.
Get more people into town and create a little more tourism. So that's where it all started.
No longer focused just on blueberries, it includes everything from talent shows to car shows and rallies to vendors of all kinds of art.
Started out as this little tiny festival. The purpose of it was to get people to come into the town of St. Walburg and see all the things that we have here, see what a great community it is. 23 years ago it was half a block long, and now we take up the entire downtown.
And the fact that it's free is something else its organizers think contributes to its popularity.
The Bobcats have been back on the ice for a week now, and Coach Curran was forced to make some challenging decisions on Monday, but the Colonel still has some more work to do before the Cats open the regular season on September 9th. And he had another first-hand look at his potential players last night as the Cats were in Camrose for their second exhibition game. After sniping 7 Genos in their opening matchup against Bonnyville on Wednesday, the Cats doubled up the Kodiaks last night 4-2 to improve to 2-0 in the preseason. The Pontiacs were also in action last night up in Lac La Biche, facing Portage College of the ACAC. This one ended in a 2-all tie. Both the Ponts and Bobcats are back on the ice tonight. Lloyd hosts the Kodiaks in the back half of a preseason home-and-home, while Bonnyville is doing the same, welcoming Portage College to the RJ. The puck drops in both of these games at 7 bells. In football, you need uprights, baseball, bases, and hockey, well, nets. But none of these sports would be what they are today without rules and zebras to enforce them. The number of referees aren't as strong as they once were in the border city and area, but that could soon change.
He's only got 2 minutes left, right? He's got 2 minutes. Those aren't coincidental penalties. They did not happen at the same stoppage of play.
Over 40 kids showed up for the first day of referee clinics, a number that will increase tomorrow.
Last year we were pretty shorter refs here, and I know I like the sport of hockey and many people do, so I help out in it so we can still take part in the sport.
The numbers show 50% of these kids won't come back next year, and so our goal is to make it positive enough for them to come back, to want to come back next year.
The 2-day clinic is jam-packed with new and old regulations
we go through
to learn.
everything, penalties, procedures, what it takes to be a referee, some of the things that we expect of them. Tomorrow we'll have an on-ice session for an hour and a half, and then we'll get into the rules and go right through the rule book. So it's actually two pretty intense days of learning, and it's a lot of information for these kids to take in.
The clinic doesn't only make them better referees, but more aware as hockey players.
It helps in the game too when you play, and helps on the ice too. You can support other kids and help some coaches out even too.